John Warkington here from the Michaels Camera social media team. Today we've got a special guest in the world famous camera museum. It's Andi Lucas from Dinkum Systems.
It is
Welcome,
indeed.
Andi.
Thank you, John.
What can you tell us about Dinkum Systems? What do you got?
So many things, so many things. Now, we're a company that's based out of Boulder, Colorado, which you can tell from my strong Rocky Mountains accent that's obviously coming through during this interview.
Yeah. Heavy, very heavy.
I'm originally from Tasmania, so the little island to the south, but run the business with my partner John, who is the founder and the inventor of the products. John's been a working cinematographer since he was about 18. First started shooting as an 8-year-old boy, I think, on an old Super 8 camera that his dad bought for him, and worked his way up through the ranks when film cameras were the go. So did his 10 years as an AC and then moved on to become a director of photography, and has done really well for himself, was nominated for and has been awarded an Emmy and all that sort of good stuff. So John specialises in very much action and outdoor reality filming. That's pretty much what he's moved into in the last certainly decade of his professional life. And when he was on set, he was inventing products for himself to use to solve on-set challenges. So the origination of our product line came from something as simple as that, a working photographer who was in the field and said, I need something that does this thing, and then going and buying plumbing components and getting some pieces tooled and cobbling things together.
And clamps.
And clamps.
So I need something to clamp onto
exactly
this table.
Right. Exactly right. So obviously the reality of budgets being smaller now, crews being smaller, people are expected to be doing more. So John was a shooter where suddenly he doesn't have an audio guy, so he's having to, mic the interview at the same time. So he invented it as a microphone shock mount, so he could do very quick interview setups. His tagline back in the day was reducing the mic stand jungle, and it very much is helpful for that. And then really the evolution just came on. He was using the old style matte boxes and decided that he wanted a lens shade basically that did a little bit more than that. So he used this same concept of the length adjustable modular hose arm, which terminates either in a clamp or in a 1/4 inch or a flat fixed base mount, depending on whether the shooter wants a vertical or a horizontal arm coming off the body. So really everything that John makes is designed to do more than one thing. So the tops and the bases will pop off on these particular products. Everything's actually length adjustable. So you can literally pop the segments apart and then put them back together again. And the beauty of that is that you can customise depending on what you need in the field. If you need a longer arm, you need a shorter one, a larger clamp, a smaller clamp.
And we've got, and sorry to interrupt, but we've got the double-sided one.
You do.
So that we can then put a clamp on each end.
Exactly right.
And clamp something with a clamp.
Perfectly correct, John. No, you're absolutely right. So this little piece here, this little hourglass segment, basically just changes the direction of the arm, so you're exactly right, and then you can basically connect the clamp. This is a really useful device that for basically so many applications, including very secret squirrel business with the US military, which can't talk about, that's classified. But, but basically for things like tabletop photography, if you're holding a bounce card, if you're just basically wanting to hold something while you're photographing it that's too small to be held.
Reflector,
exactly
anything.
Right. So huge multi-use kits. We sell every single piece as its own individual sort of piece, as a component, and we also sell this amazing high-tech canvas bag, which, as you can see here, years of product development went into this canvas bag. It's just incredible. It's got clips on the front that they clip into each other like that. It's amazing, really high tech. And inside this magical bag are little pockets, and you can basically build all of these things out of the component parts that come inside the bag. So you've got the opportunity to make large lens shades, you can do grip devices, you've got the 3/8, which reveals the 1/4 underneath. So you've got basically, not limitless, but pretty close to limitless options as far as customising grip gear when you're out shooting in the field.
Now, Andi, tell us about the history of the name. Obviously, you're from Tasmania.
I am.
And your business partner is from Colorado.
He is.
So it's an American company. But Dinkum Systems sounds Australian. So how did this come about?
Yes, I'm blamed for it often, but
Okay.
it wasn't actually my idea. A couple of years before I started working with John, he was filming in Antarctica with a predominantly Australian crew, or a bit of a mix of Americans and Aussies. And John was, as he always does, using his own gear in the field, and basically people were interested and other shooters are starting to use it as well. And John didn't have a name basically for the line. What do we call it? He likes the word to dink around. He tinkers with things, tinker toys, that sort of idea of building from component parts. And one of the Aussies said, that sounds fair dinkum. John really liked the sound of that word. It doesn't mean anything in America, so he just sort of liked the idea it's a dinkum system. And then, of course, the fates made it that he ended up with a business partner who's an Aussie. So I spell it on the phone to the Americans approximately four or five times a day. So, so Dinkum Systems, that's what the brand is called. And then within that, we've got the individual pieces. So,
oh, that's a great story.
yeah.
So now the full Dinkum Systems line is available at Michael's Camera, and not only do we sell it, some of us use it. My cameraman today, Matt, he uses them. I've used the Action Pod to shoot some videos for us where I've attached 360 cameras to the handlebar of a bicycle. And tonight, I'm pretty certain I'm going to use it to attach a flash or two to some beams at a vent launch I'm doing for a new bar that's opening. So it's a fabulous system. These are really, really strong. You can rely on them. They'll support a lot of weight. They bend into crazy positions, and we like them. And it's a small company, and we like to support small companies. So wonderful to have you here, Andy.
We're very happy to be here.
Yeah. So come on and see us at Michael's Camera. Check out the Dinkum Systems line, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you on some more YouTube videos. And maybe in a day or two, I'll be able to show you the results of some still photos I've shot using flash on the Dinkum Systems Action Pod clamp.
Perfect. Thanks so much, John.
Take care.